Welcome to another episode of Wog's Kitchen. On today's tutorial, I've got Zamaroot Pulow, which literally translates to emerald rice. So let's get started. I've got fresh spinach here, so I'm just going to cut off the ends and I'm going to cut this in threes and I'm going to soak this for about 5 minutes. Once I've soaked it, I'm going to add a little bit of the spinach into the mixer with about 200 mils of water, and I'm going to blend this till it comes to a thick sauce. So once I'm happy with the sauce consistency, I'm going to put it in a sifter and try to drain the liquid from the spinach. And I'm going to use both, so don't disregard any of these. In a pressure cooker, I've got lamb fat here and a little bit of oil, and I'm going to render the lamb fat and then disregard the lamb fat. I've got 2 large onions, which I'm going to fry until golden brown. And then once that's golden, I'm going to add about 1 kilo of lamb shoulder. I'm also going to add a full bulb of garlic. Now I'm going to lightly fry the meat. I don't want a lot of color on this meat because I'd like to keep it green. I've added a shredded carrot. As you can see, the meat, there's no pink available, so it's time to get started. So I've added 2 teaspoons of salt. I've added the spinach, and I'm going to fry the spinach off for a couple of minutes. I've added a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a teaspoon of garam masala, and a teaspoon of black pepper. I've added the spinach liquid, and I'm going to pressure cook this on medium for about 15 minutes until my meat is tender. So time for part 2. So to a pot with boil, I'm going to add my pre-soaked, pre-washed rice. I've added 2 teaspoons of cumin seed, and I'm going to cook this for exactly 9 minutes until my rice is about 80% cooked. I'm going to drain my rice and then put it back into the pot while the heat is still on, and I'm going to add the stock to the rice, which as you can see here, and then I'm going to add my meat on top of the rice. I'm going to do some paper towels to catch all the steam, and I'm going to cook this on low heat for about 35 to 40 minutes. And that's it. Now it's time to plate up. So how do I plate up? So first what I do is I remove all the meat. I give the rice a good mix from bottom to top, but gently because we don't want to break the rice. And so I put the rice on, I put the meat in the middle, and I put some rice on top. And that's it. That's my take on Zamaroot Pulow. I know other Zamaroot Pulaws are a lot more greener. I didn't get to get that color, but it still has a green effect. And best of all, my Baba loved it. Till next time, thanks for watching Wog's Kitchen.